Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here at Freedom News Now. Welcome. Welcome to this April 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. I'm your host, Justin Matt, coming to you from the war room, straight from the underground. Talking officer fired gets big lawsuit live. Also talking about Jackson County Sheriff. Talking about some judges. Who had their absolute immunity revoked. You gotta like that. Judge has absolute immunity revoked. These activist judges, these radical judges, rogue judges, can't seem to follow rule of law. What's with all these judicial coups around the country? It's a judicial coup like never seen before in U.S. history. The judicial coup full of traitor judges, radical activist judges. See if they can be reined in by the government. Don't count on it. What a great time to be alive. So thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you joining us here on these YouTube live streams on this April 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. Officer gets fired. Big lawsuit. You better be willing to hang around all day for this one. It's a marathon live stream. If not, kick rocks. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. There's nothing more important. I know you don't have anything more important going on in your life. Probably one of those 1 in 31. Figure 1 in 31 of everyone that comes in here is can't even say the word. Ja, welcome. Yee. Do that yee. Yee. Yeah, Jackson County Sheriff. What do you think of that? Jackson County Sheriff, first municipality to sign a warrant agreement with ICE. I know a couple ex-girlfriends of mine that they really like dating all those illegals. They're out in the, I guess, the Grand Rapids, Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan area. I guess this is over 10 years ago. These women were dating Mexicans. That's all they were dating out in Grand Rapids and Muskegon, driving to Muskegon and Grand Rapids to date all these illegals. That was 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe. So people, they're all complaining about it now. They think it's bad now. This has been going on for over a decade, 20, 30 years or more. Now, all these radical judges out there, these rogue judges, stopping the mass deportations. They didn't issue no judges around the country issued any injunctions for Bush or Biden or Clinton or Obama, not a single one, and they deported tens of millions of illegals. Trump can't get rid of 100,000, and he's got already 30 injunctions by these rogue judges. Who's going to step in and hold these rogue judges accountable? Is the government going to be able to do anything about it? The Supreme Court doesn't seem to want to do anything about it. They're just as rogue, just as radical. These judges anymore in America, they use their black robe, use their thin blue line police officers to use force, violence, and coercion to push their radical ideological political agendas for them. These rogue judges, activist judges around the country. We're going to try and keep an eye on it this year. Most of our First Amendment audits are going to focus on these activist judges, rogue judges. See if we can get some black robes cut off some judges. It's not just about cutting the uniform off these police officers. It's about cutting some robes off some rogue activist judges 2025. That's OTVO. Welcome. Steven, welcome. I don't know how many people will get in here. I figured I'd try and run a live stream today for Maybe we'll try a 2-hour live stream today, see if we can. Each time we've been pushing a little better numbers. Maybe the YouTube is starting to suggest out these live streams more again. We'll see if it doesn't do anything, then we won't be going very long. I'm not going to sit here and waste my voice on, if there's not anyone listening hardly. It ain't worth my time. Or I already don't make any money on these live streams. I quit doing these live streams. You don't make any money on them unless you get donations or super chat. You don't get many of those. Basically, YouTube rakes in all the content and all the dough, and they throw you a few shekels. They throw the actual YouTube creators a few shekels. Say, here you go. A few clip shekels. Here you go. So yeah, we published a video today from Battle Creek, Michigan. Those of you that like those edited, published videos. We had quite a bit of content from inside where we were talking to the front desk lady and had some interaction with some police behind the counter. I cut all that out of the video because they had now these police departments, a lot of police stations, they like playing music, and they've got a big screen television in Battle Creek playing music or whatever they're playing on it. That's their way of deterring transparency, deterring accountability. They put a big screen television in their front lobby. It's like, how much work are they getting done? Or are they just sitting in there watching television and scouring the internet on their mobile devices at these police departments like Battle Creek? So those of you that haven't seen, send out our thoughts out there for those with the people saw that the Pope died. Pope Francis died this morning at the age of 88 years old. Pope Francis. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, a Mexican, the first Mexican Pope out of Argentina, Buenos Aires, Argentina. They say he's the first Latin American Pope, basically the first Mexican Pope. So the first Mexican Pope, Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, dies at the age of 88 this morning, for those of you that haven't heard already. And also the WEF, the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab resigned from his position. The big day. Easter Monday was a big day for the globalists. The globalists took a big hit on Easter Monday. Pope Francis, the big globalist pope, and he was big on pushing mass migration and pushing illegals all over America, basically. Probably, a lot of them, if they're coming from Latin America, where he's at, Argentina, that's probably why. Mexican. He's a Mexican pope. That's probably why he wants them all coming through the Darien Gap all the way up through to America. Probably why he was all for it. And the Catholic pope, that was all big on LGBTQ rights. A lot of people pushed back on Pope Francis, saying he wasn't a true Catholic. So we'll see who they get now. We'll see who the Catholic faith gets now for the next pope. Should be interesting. The process is pretty interesting how they go through it. Well, it's a secretive process. All the cardinals meet up and discuss it secretly. It's Doe, welcome. Sci-Fi Bri, welcome. Ja, welcome. Let's Avo, welcome. So the Jackson police officer that was arrested, he gets sentenced in May. He got arrested for multiple felonies. Jackson City police officer Jonathan Debsack, domestic V, pistol whipping his old lady in the car while drinking and driving while armed, and a kid in the vehicle. And he got let go. Judge Allison Batestein let him go. It was just a no contest, operating while impaired misdemeanor. Protecting the thin blue line. Another cop protected by the thin blue line. Jonathan Debsack. All those IDF soldiers and police officers and judges. Judge Allison Batestein and police officer Jonathan Debsack. We're all in cahoots together. One big cabal. We're just reporting and documenting on it. That's all we can do. Report and document on the giant cabal. Yeah, the vice president, Vance, he just was over there, greeted the Pope, had a meeting with the, sit down with the Pope, and then the next day he's gone. The Pope's like the Godfather. It's like, now's your time, Pope Francis. Do the right thing. Now's your time to step down and hand over the Catholic Church to a new Pope. Klaus Schwab, that globalist, he's out. That rat, he's scurrying for the hills, scurrying under a rock somewhere. Well, they got control of a lot of money. They still got control of a lot of money. Just because they're not the chairman of the World Economic Forum anymore. But it's going to take a big hit, the World Economic Forum. The rats are fleeing the ship before it sinks completely. The writing's on the walls. Jackson County, Michigan. Jackson County is the first Michigan municipality to sign a warrant agreement with ICE. Breaking news, April 21st, 2025. Jackson County has become the first municipality in Michigan to enter into agreement with a federal immigration agency to execute warrants without judicial approval. Unless these rogue activist judges step in. We're waiting to see. We're waiting to report on it if and when it happens. The recent move concerns immigrant rights advocates who fear the program will lead to racial profiling and increased detentions and deportations of their precious illegals who don't have criminal records. Known as the Warrant Service Officer Program, the agreement allows deputies with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department to effectively act as federal agents by helping U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in targeting their precious illegals who may be jailed or in custody of the Sheriff's Department. Jackson County has about 160,000 residents in Michigan, which has skyrocketed to over 250,000 in the last year due to the influx of tens of thousands of illegals from Africa, from Somalia, from Haiti, from the Congo. Many aided and abetted, harboring concealed by these radical activist D12 judges, Allison Bates Stein and Michael Cohen Clarenstein, the D12 Jackson courthouse. We're just reporting and documenting on it, keeping an eye on them. Good point. Good point. Let's OTVO. Stepping down for the next Pope to come in. Maybe we'll get another Pope, Pope John, or maybe a Pope Peter. Could get a Pope Peter. I think the first Pope was Pope Peter. I kind of like the Pope John Paul. The second, I think it was. November. Oh, tripped out. Brian, welcome. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining us here on this April 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. I haven't seen Smokeahontas since November. What'd you do with her, Ja? She completely disappeared. I don't do as many live streams as I was doing there. I'm not seeing. There's a lot of people I haven't been seeing. Mostly women. A lot of the women left the live stream. I've been hard on a lot of the women in here, going all top G on them. A lot of the women don't like how I've been going top G, going little Tate, going Tate on them, going some Tate speech on them, trying to warn and inform these younger men, the few that are watching, mostly older generation watching, but watch out, all you white men out there. These women, they're using you as a business for these women to get knocked up by, and then it's time to collect for the next 18 years. They leave you for some black or leave you for some illegal. All the while you got to keep working for the next 18 years to pay all that money, that child support for that kid. Then she's off getting knocked up by some other guy, collecting again from two different guys. Don't fall for that scam. It's all rigged, all set up to work against the man, the white man especially. They're not arresting, judges aren't sending any police officers out to arrest any black guys for not taking care of their kids. You kidding me? These judges, these radical activist judges like Allison Batestein and Michael Cohen Clarenstein, they're not sending out any of their police officers to arrest any illegals for not paying child support on their anchor babies. Yeah, ever since 1975 when the Child Support Act was signed into law, it's been over. It's finished for the white Christian male. The government and the women work against you to slave your life away to pay taxes and pay child support while they leave you and go mess around with the new illegals in the community or the blacks. Collecting those SNAP benefits. Yeah, don't fall for it if you're one of those younger men out there. Don't fall for that scam. Because those women, they're not going to be around. They're going to leave you in a year or two, become some, half of them are, how many of them are OF girls anymore? E-girls, OF girls. You don't want any of those OnlyFans girls. Steer clear of them. Don't be simping for any OF girls. That's one thing I don't do. I don't ever mess around with E-girls. You're never going to catch me messing around with E-girls or OF girls. That's for the weak-minded, for the simps. I got plenty of women. Speaking of which, plenty of women. I'm gonna have to call it out and say all you women, all you 10 plus married women that are constantly emailing me and calling me all the time. I want all you married women to stop calling me. It's over. It's finished. Every one of you except that one. That one, you can keep calling me. You can still call me. That one, that sergeant's wife, that police sergeant's wife, you can still call me. That's okay. But the rest of you married women, stop calling me. I'm not interested. It's over. Go back to your simp husbands. Stay with us. We got some video here for you. Got some video. Stay with us.
Go mind your business. Sir, go before... Sir, go before we have a problem. Go. Leave him alone. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you better stay away from me. It's going to be a problem. You need to leave people alone.
Maybe you guys want to see those new audits. That was a new live. That was live in Jackson, Michigan. Brand new live. Got the orange Corvette. Oh, I owe a apology out to a lot of the people that was watching my videos where I was saying, you know, the only time I've been jumped and attacked while I've been out auditing, it's been by white people, not by any blacks or illegals or, you know, I know I'm kind of hard on them, but the only time I've been jumped and attacked on the streets, I said it was by whites, but I want to apologize to you whites out there. It wasn't whites. It wasn't whites that attacked me. The guy in the orange Corvette and the blue shirt, he was a tiny hat, an IDF. Same with the pink shirt where they jumped me, and the guy in the black shirt, tiny hats, IDF. You know, dual citizen. So I want to apologize to you whites out there where I was blaming you for jumping me, for attacking me, not the illegals and the blacks. It wasn't you. It was the tiny hats that were doing it, just like they're doing to the people overseas right now in the foreign lands. So when I got looking back on it and I see who these people were, dug deeper into who they were, and the truth came out. So I don't want to say every time, but seems to be every time. Every single time. Vanessa, welcome. Yes, thank God for our rights. Those constitutional rights for all American citizens. Constitutional rights for all Americans. Well, in America, no constitutional rights for illegals. Illegals get no rights in America, but for all the American citizens. Like right now in Jackson, Michigan, went from 160,000. Jackson County become the first municipality to work with ICE. Thanks to all your hard work, we the people, all our reports, all our coverage on all the illegals in Jackson, Michigan, flooding the streets by these radical judges at the D12 courthouse. All of our hard work with you out there, all your calls to the judges and the prosecutors and the courthouses and the police departments, your emails, your letters. You were heard and they listened, and now Jackson County Sheriff is the first in Michigan to cooperate with ICE. As Jackson County, a population of 160,000 residents, skyrocketed in the last year to over 250,000 to the major influx of illegals from Somalia, from Haiti, from the Congo, Venezuela. These judges thought it'd be a good idea because there's a lot of blacks, a lot of African American population in Jackson, Michigan. So they thought it'd be a good idea that real Africans would assimilate well with the African Americans. Well, the crime rate is skyrocketed. You thought it was bad down in the hood with African Americans? You thought crime was high, poverty was high? You haven't seen nothing till you see some real Africans in your neighborhoods. You ain't seen nothing. Be safe out there. Yes, respect for all people. Respect for all people. Unless you're a criminal. If you're a criminal, kind of hard to respect criminals. I can't respect criminals. I mean, you can redeem yourself, and when you do your time or you take care of your punishment or whatnot, then it's different. You can be forgiven for some things. Definitely can be forgiven. What a great time to be alive. Prices keep going down in Michigan. Prices are going down everywhere. Grocery store prices are down. Fuel's down. All my big retirements and savings accounts are all looking real good. They took a little bit of a hit, but still looking real good. It's all about the long term. It's all about the long term with that. It's a long game. It's about that long game. Criminals don't change, says Vanessa. Yeah, a lot of them don't. I think some do, but I don't know. Maybe not completely. Yeah, YouTube's just not making worth my time anymore to do these live streams. That's why I quit doing them. Sorry, YouTube creators, if you're listening. The algorithms are listening in, because if you're not making it worth people's time, they're not going to do them. I'm not going to sit here and do live streams. You're not going to make it worth my time. Get any people in here. Get any numbers in here. I can understand why YouTube doesn't want to push any numbers. They don't like what they're hearing. They want to hear some rainbow warriors on here spewing out some nonsense. You're not going to hear it at Freedom News Now. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Sometimes you wait it out. I'm noticing you wait it out, and about the 40-minute mark, all of a sudden YouTube starts pushing it out. So the first 40 minutes, you get hardly anyone in here. And then if you go for an hour, the last 20 minutes, you get all your people in there. So basically, might as well just sit with it on mute and the camera off until 40 minutes in, and then I'll pop back on. Yeah, you guys won't be seeing us. I'll probably be out. It's supposed to be getting some nicer weather. We're coming to you from Michigan this week. We're supposed to get some nicer weather. I may get out and do some recording. Won't be doing any live streams out there, but I'll record some video maybe and get some published videos for y'all. With that warm weather brings out all the crazies. They start coming out. So maybe we'll get some Insane Karen, Insane Darren video for y'all. For the most part, the police and the the court officials aren't bothering us too much when we go to Jackson. Take the train into Jackson, Michigan. Probably be a lot less busy now. That last time when you take the train in, Amtrak was really moving a lot of illegals on their trains. It's like every time you'd get off in Jackson, Michigan, every day you'd get off with about 50 or 100 illegals. They'd be dropping them off in the center of Jackson, Michigan at the train depot. Where they go, no one knows. Probably in your home, in your vacant home, or in your, hopefully not in your occupied dwelling. The radical activist judges in Jackson, Michigan, they wouldn't care. They're too busy taking your Second Amendment rights away from American citizens, stripping American citizens' rights away from them, their two-way rights. Judges like Allison Bates-Stein and Michael Cohen, Clarenstein, aiding and abetting, harboring and concealing their precious illegals, all the while taking away the rights of the American citizens, stripping the Second Amendment rights away of the citizens of Jackson, Michigan, by way of force, violence, coercion, by using their thin blue line police officers to push their radical, ideological, political agendas on the people of Jackson, Michigan. The people said they had enough. They selected to defund the courthouses. But they're not going down without a fight. They're really pushing back. As the people selected to defund the sheriff and defund the courthouses, the judges decided to flood more illegals in their communities, more Somalis, more real Africans, to get back at the people for not selecting their ways. And they want to take your 2A rights away from you, your 1A rights. Tell the police to focus their efforts on arresting the American citizen. They're not arresting the illegals. All we can do is report and document on it. Keep an eye on them. Hold them accountable. We're going to wrap this video up here at Freedom News now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, constitutional rights information, YouTube videos. Thank you for watching this April 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. Officer fired, gets big lawsuit live. And I'll see you on the next one.